بسم الله الحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله وعلى آله وصحبه ومن والاه. الحمد لله خالق كل شيء، الحمد لله عدد خلقه ورضا نفسه وزنة عرشه ومداد كلماته. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. Today we're going to discuss the rules of Al-Meem As-Sakinah. Al-Meem As-Sakinah. So the way I set up this course is I'm taking you from the easiest rules to the more complex ones. So that's why we started with qalqala, which I thought is kind of easy and straightforward. Today is Meem. And then next would be Noon, which is more complex. And then the Med, which has a lot of rules. Maybe it's more complicated, but inshallah, they're all straightforward and at the end. So Meem Saakinah, how is Meem Saakinah represented in the Mus'haf? When we open the Quran, a Meem Saakinah usually is either a regular Meem with no haraka, with nothing on top or below it, or a Meem that has a sukoon on top of it. That's one of two cases. And usually the mushafs that have the Meem like this without a haraka, it's because they're trying to tell you, that's their hint, their tip, that there's a tajweed rule. They're trying to, take your attention to the fact that, there's something going on here and you need to pronounce the Meem in a slightly different way than the regular Meem with sukoon. So that's why they represent it. So keep in mind, whenever you see in the Mus'haf a Meem without anything on top or below, that's a Meem Saakinah with sukoon. Same thing with Noon, by the way. So a lot of the things that we're discussing today, keep in mind that they're going to be applicable to the Noon. So pay a lot of attention. If you understand today's lesson, the lesson for Noon, rules of Noon Saakinah would be a lot easier. Okay, so there's three rules of Meem Saakinah. One is ikhfa, which translates to hiding. Two is idram, which is merging. And three is izhar, showing clearly, to show it clearly, showing the Meem clearly. Three rules. And these three names, by the way, also will see them under the Noon Saakinah rules, okay? So it's good to know how we're thinking and how we're using these things. But the difference is the order. And we're gonna know why the order is different in the Noon Saakinah. Here we're using one ikhfa, two idgham, three izhar. I'm pronouncing it wrong. Izhar. It's because I wrote it with a Z, right, in English. Izhar. So let's go to the first one. Ikhfa. Ikhfa means hide. So it is the hiding of the origination of Meem. The hiding where the Meem comes out from, right? And where does the Meem come out from? It comes out from the lips. So how do you hide it? By not letting the two lips come into complete contact. Because that's really how you pronounce ma, right? In sukoon, it's when you bring them together. So So how do you hide the Meem when it's sukoon? You actually don't get to close the lips all the way together. So you close them just so close to let a paper pass through them. So I can actually slide a paper back and forth between my lips. That's how close they are. So the lips are very close to each other. You can even feel vibration between the two, but you're not putting them together. So the way of pronunciation, if the Meem Saakinah is followed by a ba, so that's when you do ikhfa. When do we do ikhfa? If I'm reading the Quran, I see a Meem either with sukoon or Meem that has nothing on top or below, and I look at the letter after it, there's a ba, then this Meem, I should hide it. And when I hide it, I do not touch my lips together. And I use a ghunna, which means a nasal sound. A ghunna. So what does that mean? Well, we'll give you some examples. Hopefully it will clear things up. I'm gonna exaggerate the ghunna just so that you understand it. But of course, it's not gonna be that long. I'm just making it a lot longer right now so that you understand what I mean by ghunna. So here, the first example, let me try to use some spotlight so you see my cursor. So let's start with this example here. So here, I'm gonna first read it slowly without doing the rule we just learned. فَبَشِّرْهُمْ بِعَذَابٍ, right? So we can see that there's a Meem right here that has nothing on top, nothing or below. That's a Meem Saakinah. And it's followed by a ba. Once that happens, this Meem, I have to hide it. And I hide it by not putting my lips together, and I put a nasal sound, a ghunna, with it. So it should sound as follows. فَبَشِّرْهُمْ بِعَذَابٍ. Okay, I'm going to repeat it a couple of times. But remember, I'm extending the sound just so that you realize what I'm doing. But it shouldn't be this long. I'm overdoing it. فَبَشِّرْهُمْ. I don't know if you can see me clearly on the camera. فَبَشِّرْهُمْ. You see how my lips are close, but they don't close. They're close, but they don't close, right? So فَبَشِّرْهُمْ بِعَذَابٍ, and I keep going. And actually, it's maybe فَبَشِّرْهُمْ بِعَذَابٍ أَلِيمٍ. فَبَشِّرْهُمْ بِعَذَابٍ أَلِيمٍ. Okay. Second example. I'm reading the Quran, and I get to this example where I see a Meem followed by ba. Same thing. يَعْلَمْ بِأَنَّ. يَعْلَمْ بِأَنَّ. So you do the hiding, and once you get to the ba, you pronounce the ba clearly. Once you get to the ba, you do close your lips because the ba requires you say ba, ba, right? You touch the lips together. So يَعْلَمْ بِأَنَّ. So you get your lips close to each other. They can vibrate. If they're touching like just a tiny bit, but as long as there's vibration, that's the important thing, then you're fine, okay? And then you keep going. One more time. يَعْلَمْ بِأَنَّ. Okay, I'll do it one more time, but do it with me also. يَعْلَمْ بِأَنَّ. Okay. Third example. Again, we're reading رَبُّهُمْ بِذَنْبِهِمْ. Now here it's just telling us replace the noon by Meem. This is one of the noon rules, which we'll learn later. So we're not concerned with that. We're concerned with this Meem. This Meem doesn't have any accents, movements on top or below. It's followed by ba. So I have to hide the Meem, and I have to let the sound come from my nose. So what's happening is, when I get my lips close to each other, right? what happens is, by nature anyways, when we said, remember we said that the noon and the meme are two letters that use the nasal sound, right? Because when you say when you totally close the lips, right? So the sound is coming out from your nose. So that's a nasal sound. Right? So in this case, when you're getting your lips close to each other, but not totally close, you're still having 90% of the sound coming out of your nose, right? So, but there's tiny bit coming out of your mouth and with that vibration sound. So that's what the nasal sound is that I'm talking about, but it's prolonged. So it's not just ربهم بذنبهم, that would be too fast. The ghunna has to be prolonged. ربهم بذنبهم ربهم بذنبهم. Okay? So this is ikhfa, hiding. This is our first rule. Our second rule is called idram. Idram. Idram means to mix or to merge or to put one thing into another. And it happens when a Meem Saakinah is followed by another Meem. And that other Meem, of course, has to be mutaharrik, which means has a accent, a fatha, kasra, or dhamma, because it's not possible to have two Meem Saakinah back to back. It's not possible to have that scenario in Arabic. Two letters that are sakin back to back. Okay? So in that case, we say that we merge both memes. Now tell me what happens when you merge the same letter. If you have the same letter and you put two of it together, what does that remind you of? It should remind you of shadda, right? Shadda, remember the shadda, when we say a letter that has a shadda is a letter that has a first part of it, a letter with sukoon, and the second letter, which is the same letter, is the same letter but with the accent. So for example, if I say the shadda of let's say assa, assa, sa. So assa, that will be the sin mushaddada, right? Or abba, or abbi, abbu. So here it's meme. If the Meem Saakinah is followed by a second meme, it is pronounced emphasized, just like as if it's a shadda, with the ghunna. That means you prolong it. When we say the ghunna, that means it's prolonged. It has a timing that is longer than usual, okay? So example, right here. وَآمَنَهُمْ Meem Saakinah min. The Meem Saakinah is followed by, is it followed by ba? No. So this is where I was telling you about the scenarios and the order, okay? So first I asked myself, I found a meme. This is the order. I found a meme. What is after it? Is it a ba? No. Okay, because if it is a ba, it's ikhfa. If it's not a ba, I ask myself, is it a meme? If it is, then I do idgham, I do the merging. And the merging happens as follows. وَآمَنَهُمْ مِنْ. It's completely closed. It's a perfect meme. I'm not hiding it. I'm showing it. I'm just extending the sound of meme. وَآمَنَهُمْ. Right? So 100% of the sound is coming out of my nose. وَآمَنَهُمْ مِنْ. same thing in this example. I'm reading the Quran. I get to a Meem Saakinah. Is there a ba after it? No, there's a Meem. So I just put them together. It's easy. And by the way, watch, if you paid attention, if you already noticed it, what is there here? If you notice, there's a shadda, right? And here too. So there's a shadda. See this shadda? This shadda did not come in the original Quran. This shadda was not part of the original Quran. This shadda has been added to help people with tajweed. Okay, so this shadda is there because they're telling you, look, this meme is sakina. We took out the sukoon to tell you there's a rule, and we put a shadda here to tell you that you should put this meme with this meme. So it's like we're telling you, ignore this meme, pronounce this meme with shadda and with a kasra. That's what really they're trying to do. Okay, but I'm explaining to you the rule and the entire process behind it, and why you see these things. Because in Arabic, it is impossible to have a word that starts with shadda. No word starts with shadda in Arabic, and no word starts with sukoon in Arabic. So sukoon, it's impossible to start a word with sukoon in Arabic. But this is done because they're just telling you there's a tajweed rule, pay attention, merge these letters together. Okay, so in this example, what do you say? وَرَائِهِمْ مُحِيطٌ. I'm just going to stop here. So, وَرَائِهِمْ مُحِيطٌ. Right? So, I emphasize the meme as if there's a shadda, and I extended my nasal sound. A third example. أَنَّهُمْ مَبْعُوثُونَ. And here there's a qalqala, right? أَنَّهُمْ مَبْعُوثُونَ. مَبْعُوثُونَ. So I believe this should be clear. Give me a thumbs up, inshallah, if everything is clear until now, before I move on to the third rule. Everything is clear? Thumbs up? Yes? No? Okay, great. Now, the third rule is izhar. So now izhar means you show it clearly, which means you just pronounce the meme the regular way you pronounce a meme. You just pronounce it, okay? And when do you pronounce it in a normal way? It's when you see the letter after it, and if it's not a ba or a ma, right? Because that's the two cases that we studied. If it's not a ba or a meme that is following it, then you show it clearly. Okay, so the Meem Saakinah is followed by any letter. If it's followed by any letter other than the ba or meme, it has to be pronounced clearly by making a complete contact of the two lips, just like you pronounce a normal meme. So how do we pronounce this? Salatihim sahun. Salatihim sahun. Right? So you clearly pronounced it, but you didn't stay on it with a ghunna. You didn't stay on it with a extended amount of time. You didn't say salatihim sahun. No. Salatihim. That's it. Once the meme was said clearly, you could hear that you said it clearly, you move on. Salatihim sahun. Hum an. Hum yura'un. Alam yaj'al. Alam yaj'al. Okay. So I tried to make this diagram for you to summarize everything we studied. The rules of Meem Saakinah. Once you see a Meem Saakinah, you're reading the Quran. I'm reading letter by letter, right? The Quran, I'm reading Arabic from right to left, letter by letter. Every letter has its accent either on top of it or below it. So I'm moving slowly letter by letter, and suddenly I come across a Meem Saakinah, either Meem with no accents or one with a sukoon. I stop. I ask myself, what is the following letter? What is the letter after my Meem? If it's a Ba, I do ikhfa. I hide the Meem. I do not touch my lips together. I keep them close and I make them vibrate, and I prolong my Meem sound from my nose. Okay. If there's no Ba and there's a Meem, I merge the two as if there's a Shadda, and it's called Idram. I merge them, Idram. And also there's an extended amount of time that I spend on it. Otherwise, everything else, I simply do izhar, which is I show it clearly. Okay. Now, one more thing to mention: the ghunna. So, how much time do we spend on that, on those ghunna? Because we mentioned the ghunna, right? So we said you're gonna spend time with your nose. How much time do we spend? There are 4 levels, 4 speed, not speeds, 4 timings. Okay, longest, long, medium, short. And I just called it like that. In Arabic, probably they call it al-ghunna al-akmal and al-kamila and al-mutawassita, maybe. I don't know what they call it, but it's not really important. It's important to understand the concept. The longest ghunna is when you do the Meem and the Meem together, okay? When you have the idgham, okay? That's the longest timing that you could spend on your nasal sound. Under that, a little lower, a little, shorter, but still long, still, longer than the usual, is when you hide it, right? أَلَمْ يَعْلَمْ بِأَنَّ اللَّهَ يَرَى أَلَمْ يَعْلَمْ بِأَنَّ. So you spend time on it. That's ikhfa. You hide it. And then comes the izhar, when you show the Meem. Like the last examples in the previous let's go back to the previous. So here, salatihim sahun, salatihim. So you hear something, right? Because you're pronouncing the Meem, we said, comes from the nose. Salatihim, that amount of time is for that. And the shortest amount of time is when you're pronouncing the Meem, not Sakina. When you're pronouncing the Meem with haraka, that's actually even shorter than that amount of time. When you say ma mimu, kaman, for example, if I'm pronouncing a word, kaman qala, kaman qala, kaman. Look how short the time on ma is spent. Kaman, and I'm gonna say salatihim. That's longer. Kaman, salatihim, and then I'll show you how ikhfa is more. So salatihim fabashirhum bi'adab. So bashirhum is longer, and then the longest is وآمنهم من خوف وآمنهم من خوف. So these are the 4 timings for the ghunna. Some books, even the book that I shared with you, by the way, they talk about 2 beats, and some people say 1 alif or 1 alif and a half or 2 alifs. To be correct 100%, there's not a specific link between the timing of the haraka and the timing of the ghunna. You know, it is incorrect to say that the timing of, or for example, ikhfa is 2 beats. That's what the book says. To say it's 2 beats, like it's a 2 haraka, every haraka is a beat. So, for example, I'm going to give you an example. In Surah An-Nas, if we say min al-jinnati wan-nas, well, I'm saying noon example, but that's also with the ghunna. But what was an example? فبشرهم, right? فبشرهم, that example. Faba. These are regular beats. Faba. If you listen to my pronunciation, Faba, look at how much time I'm spending on saying fa, ba. And then when I say the bashirhum, you tell me how much time I'm spending. I want you to like type and tell me how long do you think I'm spending compared to fa, ba. So fa is 1, ba is 1, they should be the same length. If that's the unit, if that's 1, how much ghunna I'm spending when I say fabashirhum? So I'm gonna say fabashirhum bi'adhabin alim. فبشرهم بعذاب أليم. So if you really listen to it, فبشرهم, it's way more than 3, right? It's even higher than 3. Yes, it's 3.5, even more, right? So so it's not really a 2 beat. That's not something that the old the old scholars used to use. They didn't used to say the ghunna is 2 beats or 2 haraka, or the ghunna is something totally separate. You just, when you're pronouncing it, make sure that it is you know, it sounds good enough that everybody around you, when you're reciting, they get the intention that you're trying to pass to them. So when you say salatihim sahun, they need to know that you pronounced a meme, a regular meme, right? Salatihim sahun. You cannot say salatihim. If you say salatihim without any ghunna here, it could be sounded as a ba, because ma and ba come out from the same place. So salatihim, there's a small ghunna. Salatihim, right? Comes from the nose. Salatihim sahun. And scholars also say you have to be careful when you pronounce the meme, meme and wa and fa when they're close together. When the meme is sakin and it's followed by wa or ba, you have to be careful because they all come out from the lips. So if you say غير المغضوب عليهم, غير, and it's in the Fatiha, there's an example. غير المغضوب عليهم, there's a meme with sukun, right? غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. So the wa, which comes from the lips, is following a Meem Saakinah. If you say quickly, it's possible if you say it quickly without giving meme its right, which means you spend the right amount of time of ghunna on that meme, people could skip the meme. They can't listen, they can't hear you saying the meme, and they can think that you're saying غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. So there's no meme altogether. That's why they say when those 3 letters are close to each other and there's one of them is have a sukoon and then followed by the other, make sure you make it clear. غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. Okay, so keep that in mind. So that's the class for today. Next time we're going to talk about Noon Sakina. I will stop my recording right now.